Hey crafty friends, I'm coming on with another fun craft with me for Christmas in July, and this time we are going to use up some of our scraps, embellishments, and things that we have lying around in our craft room. So I am using a Michael's Recollection collection called Silent Night, and this is actually a hot buy that I believe I picked up last year, and I keep all of my scraps in a 12 by 12 like scrapbook thing, whatever you call these things. So I keep all my scraps in here, so I just pulled from those scraps. So here's what we're going to be making today. We're making these cute little embellishments with they have rolled flowers and flowers. We've got a bottle cap, and these are just using things that I already have here in my stash. And what you will need for this is I have used a 2-inch scallop punch for your two bottom circles. So your two bottom circles will be a 2-inch scallop punch, or whatever size punch or whatever size you want. You can make these bigger or smaller. Then I've done the smaller circles here. I've used my 1.5-inch circle punch, or you could use your 1.5-inch scallop punch. So whatever you have on hand, just use those items to create these fun embellishments. So aside from my punches, I also have some scissors. I have my favorite Cricut tweezers, my little finger protector. I have my scraps, of course. I'm using this Happy Planner Christmas Joy sticker book for all of the sentiments. I have my favorite adhesive from AdTech. And I also have just a collection of stickers. I also have this sticker book from Recollections Say Freeze. And then I have a couple other random things like my flowers. I have these gold and silver hearts. I have my little thing here full of little cabochons to use. I've also punched out some of the paper and covered this with my 1-inch circle punch, and just made this little epoxy dot, and then I've added a couple onto my bottle caps just like I've used here. So whatever you have in your stash, grab some supplies and come craft with me. And of course you'll need your glue gun and some foam tape, or these little foam squares from the Dollar Tree. So let's set these aside and get started. Give me some room here. Alright, so what I like to do first is I like to take this top layer here, and I like to rough it up a little bit. So I just use my file, and I just kind of go through and rough up the paper in different areas just to give it a little bit more texture. So I like to do that. So then we have this one. And you don't have to do that if you don't want to. But then what I like to do next is use just my adhesive and add a couple of strips of adhesive and just off-center this pattern paper off of the glitter, just so a little bit of the glitter paper is showing. So after that, then we can use our strips here. So I have sewed these strips with my sewing machine, but I wanted to show you, if you don't have a sewing machine, then you could just do 2 flags like this. So I've already pre-cut out my little flag here, so you could just do 2 flags. So you don't have to do the ruffle paper if you don't want to, but I'm also going to show you another way that you can make your ruffle paper without a sewing machine. So let's set these 2 things aside. I just have a little strip here, and this is just over 1 inch. Of course, you can make this however big or small that you want. And then just leave a little bit here at the end for your fishtail, and just start folding. And with these, I'm just actually just folding it just like this, pressing them down. And then I would go over and stitch this with my sewing machine. But you can also take a little dot of adhesive or glue and add them underneath each of these sections. So you would need to do this at the top and the bottom so it doesn't curl up like this. And then you'd go back in here and add it underneath. And I would take my time a little bit more than I am doing with that. The back doesn't matter if it's a little messy, but you want to try to keep the front from being too messy. All right, I need to add a little bit more underneath this one. There we go. I think my glue gun might be dying. So then we have our little strip, and you just clean up all those glue strings. And then I'm going to add my little fishtail banner here. And I'm going to add a little bit more adhesive underneath here. There we go. So we have our little strip here. So, but I think for this one, what I want to do is I actually want to use another fishtail banner to kind of match the one that I did here. So I'm just going to set this aside for another one and pull out these 2 fishtails. And I kind of feel like this might be a little bit big, so I'm going to trim just a little bit off of the one end here, just to make it a little bit smaller. Now, I want to add these underneath this second circle, so I'm just going to grab my adhesive, and I want this one kind of poking up. And then I'll add this one. And that one's a little bit long, so I'm going to trim it up. Add a little bit more adhesive. And add that right here. So we have 2 fishtail banners now. And then what I want to do next is I like to go ahead and add this piece on top. And I want to off-center it a different way. So I'm going to off-center it to the right. I'm going to add some more adhesive. And just leaving a sliver of that pink showing. And we are done. So you could add some, you could choose to add some foam tape underneath like I have done with this one. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to add some of this foam tape just to pop it up and give it some more dimension. And then I'm going to not necessarily center it. I'm going to kind of center it over to the right. And we have a little thing. And, you know, these could also be, this could be centered and made into an award ribbon as well. But now we have that done. And now we get to choose how we want to decorate it. So since this has this cute snowflake on it, I fussy cut this cute little white deer out of this Say Freeze sticker book from Michaels, and I think this would be the perfect paper with all the snowflakes to put him on. And then I'm thinking I might want to add one of these cabochons underneath. So let's see, just off to the side. All right, so we could do that, or also have these that I could add. I kind of like this one actually. So let's add this up top here, and then we can add our cute little reindeer. You could also go behind this circle and add some like eyelash trim or some gold thread, anything you want to do to make these your own. I just love creating embellishments using my scraps. So I'm going to add my cute little reindeer here. And then I need to grab a sentiment, and I have Christmas, gratitude, oh what fun. Oh, I like that one. That one is cute. So what I've done with this, because I've popped this circle up, I've just cut 2 small strips of my little foam tape and popped them up on top of each other. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive at the end here and sort of tuck that under and pull this up. And then we have our cute little embellishment. Now you could go back through with Nouveau drops, or you could go back in with little jimmies, which I may do as well, just to add another layer of texture and dimension on here. But we have that one finished. And now let's do another one together. How about this one here? This one is also a ruffled paper, but it's ruffled back here further. And this one also is not stitched. So let's see. Maybe it would be cute to use this cute little mouse here. Let's see. Actually, I think it would be cute to use the little mouse on this one. Not mouse, bunny. Add the cute little bunny. And maybe good tidings. Or Christmas. Maybe Christmas. So we could add the little bunny here. Again, we could use something like the cabochon here. That might be cute. So let's see. I think my glue gun has officially died. So I'm just going to grab my bottle of glue and add a little dot of glue here. And add this up on the corner here. That'll just take a minute to dry since I'm using the wet glue. And then we can add our cute little bunny. There we go. And then we add our little sentiment that says Christmas. How cute and simple are these to make? So what I like to do is I like to work in batches. So I like to punch all of my pieces out. So I will punch all of my circles out. And then I will cut all of these strips or sew my ruffles and get all of that together. And then I also like to grab my sentiments and back them onto white cardstock so that I could pop them up. And then once I have all of those elements together, then I start pulling my stickers and things and set down. And I like to make the base first, just like I have here. So once I have all my bases together, then I start adding my embellishments. I just like working like that way. I think my brain works better you know, working in like an assembly line type of thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this craft with me. I hope this gives you some inspiration for crafting for Christmas in July, or just upcoming crafting in the near future. This could be done for any season, any paper collection that you would want to use this with. So I think these turned out super cute, and I will be gifting 4 of these in my Christmas in July swap. Alright guys, thanks so much for stopping by. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye guys!